Hey guys, so in this video we're going to discuss how to make good resolutions for the year 2023. And while it is after the first of the year, it's not too late to make a New Year's resolutions list if you have not. It is not too late to edit your own list to make it something more attainable to you or something you're more comfortable with. Remember that these are your resolutions, you have control over them, and you can change them anytime you want. All right, so when you're making your New Year's resolutions list for 23, you have to really take a look back on your life, over like the last year, maybe the last several years, maybe your life all the way up until this point. Because there's a big difference in making goals that will help you improve yourself versus drastic changes. And what you're trying to avoid is those drastic changes. But you are also trying to improve yourself, right? Improve your life, whatever the situation is. So let's say that it's important for you this year to get fit or to exercise more or find some sort of, physical activity, jog, run, anything to get yourself in better shape. And one of the easiest ways to fail at this is by saying, I will work out 5 times a week, or I will jog every morning. This is the mistake that a lot of people make when they're making this resolution. And they make it something that's not quite attainable. See, so for me, and this might apply to a lot of you too, if I look back on my life, as I was saying, I didn't exercise regularly last year or the year before that. I couldn't make it 3 days into a routine before I just gave up on it. I don't have a gym membership. I don't have a lot of free weights at the house. I don't like waking up in the morning and going straight to running or jogging. So to make a resolution that, changes all of that, takes me from this guy that just gets normal to less than normal activity all the way into this bodybuilder or this speed runner, because I've made these goals to where I'm going to do this regularly several times a week. That's a drastic change. And I'm setting myself up for failure, because that's not who I've been, at least until this point. So the first resolution on my list is going to be very simplistic, but it opens up the door for so many opportunities in this area, is be more active. Be more active. So if I wake up one morning and I do decide that I want to tackle some sort of like a jog, like a mile run or something, or let's say one evening I do feel like picking up weights, I'm going to refer to my goal and say, hey, this is part of my resolution. Go do it. Maybe I thought about doing it last year, but didn't do it, or the year before that. This year, that's part of my goals. When it strikes me, do it. Anything that I do is an improvement over last year. And the beauty of designing your goals like this is that it's going to incrementally over time continually improve you, make you better over the years. See, because if my goal this year is to be more active, and I'm more active this year than I was last year, next year, my goal is going to be more active. And the reason why is because now I'm challenging myself to be more active than I was this year. All right, so my next goal, as you all know I've struggled with over the years, is I'm trying to quit smoking again. But another big mistake people make when they do New Year's, this is something I did last year, it was a big mistake, they'll put down quit smoking. This year I will quit smoking, or I will quit on New Year's Eve. And if you are like me, if you've been a smoker the past year, maybe the year before that, maybe you're a lifelong smoker, once again, you're making a drastic change. You're telling yourself, I'm going from being a smoker to a non-smoker. Well, how about I just try to improve on that situation? And why don't I just try to smoke less? Smoke less. Yes, I am writing in a music journal, by the way. So here's the deal with, smoking less. So let's say I do smoke less this year. Let's say, and it's only 1 cigarette or 2 cigarettes less per day. That is still an improvement. That is, my basic improvement over what I smoke now. And I can continually build on that as time goes on. Because like I said, next year I can have the exact same resolution if I am still smoking. I can smoke less. And next year it'll be, 3 or 4 cigarettes less than it was, this year. But the thing is, if I put myself in the mindset of trying to smoke less, well, let's say I end up smoking half. By the end of this year, I smoke half of what I normally do. I've just smashed this goal out of the ballpark. Because, I can get away with this goal by just smoking 1 cigarette less. So if I end up smoking just a half of what I smoke now, or let's say I just actually quit smoking, then I have really smashed this goal. See, this goal keeps it simple. It's telling me, here's my improvement, but it opens the door for me to flat out just quit and do even better. And I can tell you right now that if I made a New Year's resolution that said quit smoking, it would end up just like it did last New Year's, in which I started smoking again. So that is just a couple of my goals that I'll be working on. And hopefully you guys are going to work on your list. You might have to make some changes to it. You might just have to make your list in the first place. But again, just remember that what you're looking for is improvement. Self-improvement, maybe lifestyle change improvement, just your circumstances in general. But you're setting these, small attainable goals that you can build on over time. Or you're opening the door to absolutely crush those goals, and you're not making a drastic change. Because drastic changes are what do not work when making your New Year's resolution goals. You are just looking for improvement, so focus on improvement. All right, that's all I got for you today. I hope that the year 2023 is much better to you than the year 2022 or any year prior. Let's just try to start working our way towards the best years of our lives by planning for our future, by just making small, attainable goals towards improvement.